Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, I'm outside Target, and a few of you in the past have said, what's Target like compared to Walmart? I'd say more like Sainsbury's to Asda. So this one here, this is on the 192 in Kissimmee, right next to Margaritaville, and Sunset Walk right next door. But let's go in, check it out. So as you can see, this is a massive Target. This is like a super Target, I think they call them. The grocery section entrance is up there. And then to the left, we've got another entrance, which has got an attached wines and spirits section. I mean, it all links up to everything, so you can go in and just walk around at leisure. But I'll take you around and show you the grocery section. Let's go in and check it out. Going in, and there is the wines and spirits section in there. So if you do want your hard liquor, they do sell wine and beer on the shelf, but in there is your hard liquor and other bits and pieces. All right, let's go in. Carts are just located inside, and as you come in, as this is right near Disney World, you're going to have a whole ton of Disney merch, so you can pick up all your knockoff Disney stuff, and there's a ton of it. Kids clothes, plushes over there, knockoff Disney pins. Well, they're not knockoff, they are Disney branded, but these are obviously for Target's brand. They got lanyards as well, and also keychains with Orlando on. Loads of postcards if you missed out on any postcards. I mean, I don't think anyone sends postcards these days, but there you go. More keychains. So you can see there is a ton of stuff if you do want to pick up the not so overpriced Disney goods. But being a massive supermarket, they have got pretty much everything you need for your holiday, including sun cream, pool stuff, pool floats, loads of pool stuff down there, all good prices. And then you got homewares and stuff, and yeah, all the boring bits and pieces that no one really cares about. Well, some people do. They do sell brands in here as well, like Levi's, so you can pick up your Levi's and stuff like that. So if you're into your sports clothing, they've also got Florida Gators, Orlando City Soccer, Tampa Bay Lightning, and I think Tampa Bay Rays stuff. So there you go, you got Orlando City Soccer stuff there, which can probably sometimes work out a bit cheaper than like Florida Mall, places like that. There you go, some more Orlando City Soccer stuff there. Nice tech section as well. And they do have a really cool toy section, including a massive Lego section. As I'm a massive fan of Lego, I've been in here a few times checking out what deals they've got, and they do have sometimes a bit of a sale going on, and they sell some really cool sets like the Jaws set there. But yeah, massive section of Lego. So I'm kind of coming into the section from the back of the groceries where all the frozen stuff is. Not the most massive frozen section, to be honest with you. I mean, on the left here, you've got all your milks and creams and stuff like that, all your fresh stuff. Creamers there, coffee mates, eggs, a whole bunch of orange juice or OJ, and then what looks like a gallon of milk. You got kind of like cheese sticks, if you like, processed cheese, mild cheddar. There's a load of it, and they've also got a load of grated cheese. This looks nice, doesn't it? Key lime colada, coconut and key lime drink. And they also do strawberry cream, pina colada and orange cream. So on the very back wall, we've got a whole ton of frozen stuff. Not as big as Walmart, I will tell you that, but they got similar brands there. They got the Jimmy Dean's sort of biscuits and pancakes, protein waffles, Eggos. And they sometimes have some deals on, look, 2 for $10 on the Eggo frozen waffles if you fancy buying them. And then we're kind of getting into some other boring bits and pieces. Chicken fillets. Another frozen section here where they got fries, and they got branded fries like, what's that, Arby's? Or no, that's Checkers. I think, yeah, there's Arby's down there as well. $4.99 for that sack of waffles, not too bad. Buffalo style cauliflower wings, they sound interesting. And then on this side you got your kind of TV dinners, if you like. Look at that, baked chicken. Wow, looks appetising, doesn't it? Hey, and a meatloaf. Yummy. Meltfuls, cheddar, bacon and tomato, $4.59. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of this stuff is actually quite nice, but some of it looks like a car crash. So you pays your money, you takes your chances. And then we got the good stuff, the frozen desserts, loads of ice cream. I mean, look at that, there's a tub of ice cream there, $6.59 vanilla. More different flavours there, $3.49, that's not bad, is it? Big old tubs they are as well. You've got the Bluebell ice cream, $9.69, loads of different flavours there. Strawberry, cookie two-step, and then you've got the smaller tubs just there if you don't want to be a pig. Breyer's ice cream, that is really nice, had that before. Good price on that, $4.99 for that tub, more like a family tub, that one. And I did spot this funky stuff, Talenti, it's gelato, and and it looks really nice. $5.89, loads of different flavours. You can pause the video if you want to see what they are, but they do look nice. And then we got some more random flavours and brands on the end. And then you've also got ice cream bars, loads of different ice cream bars. Again, pause it if you want to check them out. Yazzo, not sure, frozen Greek yogurt bars, there you go. There's Talenti, they've also got the gelato on a stick, nice. Ice cream sandwiches, actually bought some of these yesterday and they are really great, really nice, $4.99. And then you got like frozen ice lollies, if you're into them. And if you are a fan of the Mickey Mouse ice cream bars, they got you covered as well. $7.99 for 6, not $7.99 for 1 in Walt Disney World. So they do also sell wine and beer actually in Target itself. Like I showed you at the beginning, they have got a massive wines and spirits section which is adjacent to the store. But if you just want to, you know, pick up some of the usual suspects, they got a nice selection of red and whites and champagnes and rosés. And then also loads of beer, including, again, all the usual suspects. Just spotted this on the end of the aisle. Look at the size of this, a honey, ham and turkey platter, $15. That'll keep you going for a while, won't it? Quick walk down the soda aisle. They've got these limited edition Coke bottles, which are quite cool. Big packs of sodas on the end, and then we're coming into a bit of a snacky aisle. So if you're into your Ritz and your Keeblers, they got all those, and Chips Ahoy Minis, Oreos, Cheez-It Grabs, which are pretty good for if you're in the parks, little packets of Cheez-Its, 20 pouches as they call them there, for $10.19. 30 packs of the goldfish there for $15, and then you can buy 12 packs, which are like packed lunch packs for $6.79. And then we come into coffee frappuccinos from Starbucks. Different flavours. What the heck's that? Starbucks pink drink, coconut beverage. $3.69 or 2 for $5.49. Oh, they actually sell Costa here as well. I haven't seen any Costa cafes, but they sell the iced coffees. And you got the Dunkins there as well, iced coffee. Double energy shot of Starbucks for $3.29. The Frappuccinos down the bottom there. And then they've got some bubble teas. Joyba, no idea. Lipton's iced tea if you're into that. Snapple tea, ton of the fruit mixers, so you just add those to water. 2 for $5, different flavours there, and they also got like the pouches as well. Capri Suns, Yoo-Hoos, Yoo-Hoo drinks, and then we got kids stuff, kids drinks, organic drinks, all the good stuff. And then on the other side we got a load of kids kind of snacks like the Welch's fruit snacks. We've also got the roll-ups I noticed as well, like the fruit roll-ups. There you go, they've got fruit tape, $10 there for a massive box. Some more different flavours, we got those back home. You can gush while you're here if you want to. And there they are, gushers, lovely. More fruit roll-ups up there, Rice Krispie treats. And then we come into everybody's favourite aisle, which is the candy aisle. And a whole ton of M&Ms, and one of our particular favourites, which we've stocked up on, is the caramel M&Ms. $4.99 for that sharing bag, not too bad. But yeah, you got a whole ton of chocolate bags, Hershey miniatures, York peppermint patties, yuck. Reese's miniature cups, yuck. Can't stand Reese's. Hershey Kisses, nope. Strawberry ice cream flavours there, look. Wow. Grab bags of M&Ms and Skittles. Fun size packs. Mr. Feastables or Mr. Beast Feastables. Got some peanut butter ones there, peanut butter cups. Not seen those in the UK. And then we got a whole load of Ghirardellis, because I know Ghirardelli is quite popular for Brits when they want to stock up on these and bring them back. And they've got a sale, look, save 50 cents, $5.49 for your average sort of bag. And they got all the flavours you could possibly want. And you got bigger bags which are, wow, $17.39. But that sea salt caramel, that is a good one. That is a really good one. High intensity chocolate bars there, look. And then we come into the gummy bags. Nerds, they've come over to the UK now in those forms. I think we've got both of those in B&M. Starbursts, yeah, we got all those. We've got a few different Skittle Popped there, they're new. Some of these random brands, not sure what that is, but gummy bears. They've also got some special edition Haribos. I mean, we've got Haribos back home. You can get loads of different styles of Haribos these days. Swedish Fish down there, minis, Lifesaver gummies, Airheads, loads of Sour Patches. So if you're into your Sour Patch Kids, watermelon flavour there, look. Peach. And then we got Twizzlers. We've got some Jolly Rancher freeze-drieds there. And Jolly Rancher ropes. There you go. And if you do want a sack of Jolly Ranchers, $12. Whole host of different nuts if you're into your nuts. And then Tex-Mex and stuff like that. Dark chocolate espresso trail mix. And then we got more nuts and pretzels and all kinds of stuff. Almonds, pistachios. Another Brit fan favourite aisle is the crispy snacky aisle. All your different crisps and chips, Pringles, a few different flavours here that you can't get in the UK. And then we've also got Doritos minis. Not seen those before. Sweet and tangy barbecue, $3.19. And then just a whole bunch of chips that just go on and on and on. Takis, if you're into Takis, they got those. Mission tortillas. We've got the Mission brand back in the UK, but they got loads of different style of tortilla chips. These look quite interesting. What are they called? Chiffles, sweet plantain chips. Different. They got a whole load of them though. Different plantain, lime, and then you got Tostitos, or however you say it. They look quite nice. Hint of chili lime. $4.99. Yep. $4.99 for those. Original scoops, they look quite nice, don't they? Look at those. Look like little poppadoms. And then we got Ruffles. Loads of Ruffles, cheddar and sour cream and onion. Flaming hot there. Fritos, never heard of them. Loads of Lays. A lot of people like their Lays. And then we got some Cheetos. Cheese pizza flavour there, $5.39. Cheddar jalapenos down there. You can get those back in the UK. A few people import these and they're quite cheap. Random flavours there, party size bags, kettle cooked Lays, and then also they sell a load of Oreos, loads of different flavours. One I spotted there looked a bit different. Chocolate covered pretzels, $5.29, and they also do gluten-free Oreos as well. And they also do a load of the Oreo thins, and then we've also got Chips Ahoy flavours if you're into your Chips Ahoy. You've got the mini Chips Ahoy and also the Oreo minis. Nutella biscuits as well, not seen those before. They look quite nice, $5.29. You've got some Kinder stuff going on. Now a lot of people go mad for the goldfish as well. Got a whole massive box of goldfish there for $8.29. And then we got the family size little grab bags down there for $2.79. Again, you can get a lot of this back home. They got some vanilla cupcake Grahams down there, but they are doing a sale, buy two for $5. So you're gonna save yourself a few cents there. And they've also got the Mickey Mouse edition ones as well as Minions. And what are these? Red Hot ones. Might have to get some of them. Cheez-Its, that's another fan favourite. Loads of different Cheez-Its. White cheddar, original, extra cheesy, extra toasty, reduced fat, smoked cheddar, smoked Gouda, buffalo wings, pesto and mozzarella. Wow, it goes on and on. Cheez-It grooves, hot and spices, all different prices. Pause the video if you want to see what they're like. Extra toasties. So yeah, if you like your Cheez-Its, Target has got you covered. And then some boring Ritz. Coffee is another one you go mad for as well. So if you're into your coffees and you want to bring some of those back, loads of different Starbucks blends. These are the Keurigs, and then we've also got Keurig Dunkins. So you've got different flavours there, French vanilla, blueberry muffin, wow. And then you've got the original blend up there. Not too bad a price, $16.49 for 22. And then we've got some other brands down there. Original donut shop iced refreshers. Nope, couldn't tell you. McDonald's are getting in on it as well. Look, you can buy McDonald's, McCafe iced, One Step mocha fraps. Nice. Cinnabons. I bet they taste nice. If they taste anything like their cakes or pastries, then that could be a winner. Cold brews. If you're into cold brews, a few of those. Dunkin', Starbucks, instant Starbucks. We've actually bought some of this because we got caught short in the villa and thought, oh, we'll just get some instant. This is not great. So if you like your coffee pretty strong, maybe go for a dark roast, but the medium roast, not so great. And then if you fancy a massive vat of French roast coffee, $10.59. And then they've got a whole bunch of ground coffee, loads of different brands. Death Wish, never heard of that one. Illy, Lavazza or Lavazza, how do you say that one? Lavazza. Dunkins, I know Dunkins are a fan favourite, so they got quite a few there. Decaf, hazelnut, French vanilla, caramel me crazy, Cinnamania, that looks quite nice, Cinnamania. There's the blueberry muffin one there, look, $8.99. S'mores, Cinnamania, whoa. Seeing that blueberry muffin, that could be a game changer. And then we come into the baking mixes, so you got all your Deli double chocolate fudge mixes that you can make up a whole batch of the brownies and stuff. They got Oreo brownie mix, Reese's, Betty Crocker's, loads of those. Cookie mixes, some gluten-free stuff from Betty Crocker, quite a bit actually. And then you got some Pillsbury cake mix there, funfetti. No thanks. And then super moist. If you want to get super moist, they got you covered. And of course we got all the cereals you could possibly want. Cheerios, Crunch Berries, Cap'n Crunch, Frosties, Fruit Loops, loaded. Look at those, loaded. $5.29, Lucky Charms, Reese's Puffs, more Lucky Charms, more Lucky Charms, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Ghost cereal as well, protein cereal. There you go. Quick look down the sauces aisle, because I know a lot of people like the sauces, and there is a ton of sauces, including these Chick-fil-A's. I know a lot of people like Chick-fil-A sauces. They're going to set you back $3.69, $4.29. We actually bought a couple of these big ones, $5.99. And they also sell the Olive Garden dressings. I know a few people like Olive Garden. You can actually buy their dressings now, $5.99 there, $4.29. So not bad prices, and they're quite big, quite old, big old sizes. So if you are a fan, they got them here. Loads of different bread. They got the brioche bread, normal bread, wheat bread. It's not really that cheap over here. Loads of bagels if you like your bagels. And then I'm just going to quickly show you the fresh fruit and fresh meat section, just to give you an idea of what they've got. It's pretty big, pretty decent, quite a lot of good stuff in there. So here we go. Got all your fresh meat over there, like your beef and your chicken. I'm not going to bother showing all that, but sausages and all that kind of stuff. And then we got like a bakery section, which I know a lot of people like to look around. So you've got fresh pastries in there. They also sell a load of cheesecakes as well, fresh cheesecakes, cake of cheese. A whole cheesecake there, strawberry swirl, and they got a sampler one there. They did used to sell Cheesecake Factory stuff, so I'm not sure if they still sell that. And you've got some other cakes there, $15.89, $17.99. They've also got a station, so if you have got like birthday celebrations or some celebration going on and you want to get a cake and decorate it, and they can pipe a message on there, they've got all that as well you can do. We then come into the deli section, and they've got rotisserie chicken and fresh chicken bites, mini corn dog bites, $3, not too bad. Wedges, if you're into your ham and you want a whole slab of ham, they got all that, as well as a massive load of cheese there. Look at the size of them. And they also do fresh pizzas as well. I mean, look at the size of these. There's my hand. It's like, how big is this? That's got to be like 18-inch pizzas, massive. Caesar salads that you can just grab and go. Obviously pay for them first. They've also got wraps you can buy, different prices, $5.49, not too bad. Fresh sandwiches, platters that we saw earlier, filled croissants, they look quite nice, $5.29. Some grab and go kind of lunchbox stuff. They also sell Panera bread, soups by the look of it, chicken noodle, chicken tortilla, $5.99, not too bad. And the big ones are $9.99. Do like Panera bread. And then we got a little bit of sushi on the end. Quick look at the fresh produce, like all your fruit and vegetables. Reasonably priced, not too bad. Some of it is a bit overpriced compared to back home, but they got a whole ton of that, and they got a salad section at the back. And in this particular Target, they've actually got a Starbucks, so if you do fancy a coffee to chill out before or after your shopping, they've got you covered here. And they also sell the Florida and Orlando mugs. I think they're $18 each, and they're little espresso ones. So that is going to do it from this super Target here on the 192. And like I said, this particular one is right next to Margaritaville. I'm pointing over there, you can't see it. There's a massive load of headlights, but you got the big slingshot, which is in Sunset Walk. And yeah, prefer Target to Walmart, to be honest. Not quite as much on offer, and there is a lot more in Walmart, but it's more quieter, more civilized in Target. But anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for all that lovely stuff, more Florida videos, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.